San Jose State University officials are rolling out new restrictions on motorized scooters. I'm Chelsea Nguyen-Flaga, and I'll have that story coming up.
A band of SJSU students recently rocked the concert hall. I'm William De La Cruz, and I'll tell you what kind of music and more on that coming up.
It's a Lunar New Year celebration here in Santana Row, and they are offering up some in-store deals inside these red envelopes. I'm Domino Ibarra, and I have that story coming right up.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communications at San Jose State University, your source for what's happening with a fresh perspective on today's issues. You're watching Update News.
Welcome to Update News. I'm William De La Cruz.
And I'm Domino Ibarra. San Jose State University students are circulating a petition, an open letter to President Mary Papazian demanding immediate action on behalf of the homeless student population. Chioma Lewis is standing by live on campus with more. Chioma?
Domino, about 13% of the student population was homeless in the past year. The Student Homeless Alliance is demanding that the university do more to help.
Juan Marufo is a sociology major in his senior year at San Jose State, and he knows what it's like to be homeless.
As a student who was going to college, I didn't want people to know that I was living outside.
Marufo is one of the many San Jose State students who have experienced homelessness at some point in their education. The SJSU Student Homeless Alliance is circulating a petition in hopes of sparking change for students facing homelessness and food insecurity.
Knowing that there were students who are facing homelessness, for me, was just like, wow, how is that even possible?
The petition demands that students be provided a minimum of 10 safe parking spots, at least 12 beds in the dorms, and $2,500 in emergency grants for students in desperate need. The Alliance meets with its advisor, sociology professor Scott Lipton, regularly to talk about progress and formulate new goals.
Some of the very positive things that have happened in our campus and our community have been because of students, advocating for a better world.
The group makes posters for tabling events, marches, and press conferences. The posters contain powerful messages and images in hopes of drawing awareness to the growing problem of student homelessness.
We're still continuing on strong, recruiting new students, and doing things like this, poster making, and just in general ways to kind of address our target and making sure that our demands are met.
The Student Homeless Alliance meets with President Papazian next month and hopes their efforts will produce much-needed results.
So far, the group has earned more than 900 signatures. Live on campus, Chioma Lewis, Update News.
New rules are in place for a policy banning electric and motorized scooters on campus. The University Police Department announced the changes Monday. Chelsea Nguyen-Flaga has the story.
A year after motorized scooters rolled into San Jose, they've become so popular on campus, they're raising safety concerns. In response, the university has designated the campus a red zone to prevent people riding or dismounting scooters on campus.
It was a good method to get to class fast. I used to use them, I guess not anymore.
Most of the safety concerns revolve around motorized vehicles going over the 5 miles per hour speed limit.
People don't really use the little bell you're supposed to use to hear it coming, so you could probably easily run into someone with it.
SJSU now has 7 drop-off zones around the edge of campus called blue areas.
We're trying to encourage people to park in these designated areas. We're trying to encourage Lime and Bird to enforce these areas.
Motorized scooters left on campus will be impounded and released back to the scooter sharing companies. Skateboards and self-propelled scooters will still be allowed. While the red zones will not stop students from parking a scooter on campus, they will now receive a notification on their phones warning them of possible fines. University police will pass out warnings of the new policy in the next few weeks. Both scooter sharing companies are working with SJSU to set up future events for rider awareness. On campus, Chelsea Nguyen-Flaga, Update News.
An exhibition at the Martin Luther King Jr. Library is celebrating San Jose's lowrider culture and history. Stop by the 5th floor of the Martin Luther King Jr. Library and you'll find a celebration true to East San Jose. Photographs of lowriders and other memorabilia are on display as part of the lowrider culture exhibition. But the exhibit explores more than just flashy cars.
I think many times lowriders get constructed as being affiliated or associated with gang culture, and by default it's really used as a way to criminalize our youth.
Newspaper clippings, photographs, and paintings help unravel Mexican-American culture of the history of lowriders in San Jose. The exhibit is on display until March 31st, and the panel of the future of lowriding is scheduled for March 16th. A handful of students are getting ready to showcase their talents to the San Jose community. Students are auditioning for the Spartans Got Talent showcase. Spartans Got Talent is a talent show organized by the Associated Students, performed by students at SJSU. Dancers, singers, comedians, and magicians are all auditioning. The event is free to SJSU students and the general public, along with complimentary food for attending.
Well, I don't think there's a lot of stand-up comedians performing exactly in the Spartans Got Talent, so I think it's a little diversity, I guess. I'm not really too sure who the competition is right now, but yeah, I definitely think it's just bringing humor in general. I think it's pretty entertaining to listen to.
Coincidentally, there are actually 3 other comedians that want their time to shine as well. Spartans Got Talent will be held inside of Morris Daily on March 19th.
Engineering students are getting the chance to take their projects from the classroom to the community. They're coming up with interesting inventions. CJ Peterson has more on the story.
Students from San Jose State and Santa Clara University are presenting prototypes of community-saving products. It's called the Expo, Engineering Products and Community Service.
This is an aquatic drone. Essentially, we call it an ROV, or remote operated vehicle.
The inventions ranged from collapsible lockers for the homeless to endangered species detecting drones.
The goal of it is to monitor the locations as well as the counts of juvenile endangered fish.
In all, 75 students showcased 16 different projects at this first ever Expo earlier this month. By networking with corporate and nonprofit representatives, the Expo provides a chance for these students to propel their projects even further.
So I think it's pretty exciting to have their work actually highlighted from the community level, from industry, to recognize that they're actually making an impact both locally and some of the projects very globally too.
On top of the student presentations, the Expo featured keynote speakers from the engineering field.
I think the biggest value of the Expo is gathering all of these different opinions from people from different backgrounds.
To keep the Expos going, both San Jose State and Santa Clara University's EPICS programs were awarded $20,000 from the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Considering the productive nature and the strong turnout of the event, San Jose State plans to make the EPIC Expo an annual event moving forward. CJ Peterson, Update News.
This is Black History Month. The annual Black Legends Award Silicon Valley is honoring big names in the community. Winona Rajamohan is live in the newsroom with more. Winona?
Domino. The annual Black Legend Awards not only honor local African Americans, they're also aimed at establishing the San Jose Black History Museum. A cocktail night dress code, live music, and legends. The 4th annual Black Legend Awards Silicon Valley filled Hammer Theater February 17th with stories to inspire the Bay Area African American community.
Well, I think that there's a lot of unspoken and unknown talent here.
Award recipients are called legends. They're recognized in 9 different categories, from education, to health, to law, and to art. Each one of them with a long list of community contributions to their name and a passion to empower future generations.
We are sick and tired of our children being killed, sent to jail, can't walk out on the street and feel safe.
Money raised here will go to establish a San Jose Black History Museum by 2020.
Well, the dream is to have a full-service Black History Museum in San Jose.
It aims to shine a spotlight on the work that African Americans have done to build industries in Silicon Valley. An exhibit set to be displayed at the museum, the Black Legends Wall of Fame, is currently located at the downtown African American Community Service Agency.
We talk about STEM, we talk about technology, but the African American has a lot of roots in technology that folks not aware of. So
behind these doors at the First AME Zion Church are historical pieces set to be displayed at the museum upon its completion. The museum will hold 6 different exhibits, each portraying a different time in Black history. It will also emphasize on using technology to make exhibits more interactive and educational. But though plans are underway, the dream does not have to wait. Some exhibits are now open for public viewing at the African American Community Service Agency and First AME Zion Church. Live in the newsroom, Winona Rajamohan, Update News.
Stay with us, we have much more ahead on Update News.
The best bargain in town can be found at MLK Library. A whole bag of books for very few bucks.
If you like music, you're in for a treat. Scott comes to campus.
And Lunar New Year is providing visual thrills for the South Bay. Update News returns in 30 seconds.